Today I want to tell you a story of a man who was afraid of life. A story of a man who was so afraid of life that he never progressed. He never moved forward. He always stayed where he was at. And then one day, this man had a revelation. This man realized that if he wanted to progress in life, if he wanted to pursue his happiness, if he wanted to actually become happy, he was going to have to do something different. But this man lived in a world of scarcity. This man lived in a world of lack. This man lived in a world of control through himself and through others. But this man was desperate for change, desperate for clarity, and desperate for something more. And so one day this man sat down in his room. He turned off all the lights and he decided to go inward. And as he quieted his mind, he started to notice a peace, a stillness. The air seemed fresher. His thoughts seemed to slow down enough for him to have enough clarity to feel his soul, his essence, his consciousness. And as he went deeper into himself, quieting his thoughts, becoming one with his body, with his consciousness, he started to realize the bounding grasps that reality had on him. He started to realize the structure of this universe, of this reality, was so much different than the reality that he was living. He started to realize that the universe, the creator, source energy that allows him to experience this experience was loving, was kind, was progressive. All the trees on earth were once seeds that effortlessly grew in the soil and up. The air is always there for us to breathe. And even in times of disaster, we find balance again. But this man lived in a world of sadness, of control. And everywhere he turned, there was news about all the bad stuff happening, almost as if there was nothing good going on. And so this man, for so long, thought that his life, the reality that he was living in, was the reality being projected onto him by the media, by his neighbors, by society. And it wasn't until he calmed his mind, went in, and found out who he truly was he able to break the grasp that this false illusion of control that this reality has set upon us, that he knew that he could break from it. And so this man decided to disappear from reality, to become a hermit, to find himself. And it started with struggle, because this reality is an addiction. This negativity that is being spoon-fed to us is an addiction. And so he had to break it. And like any addiction, it was not easy. But after some time being spent alone, reflecting on his core values, on his own morals, on his own passions, did he find himself. And as he found himself, he looked out and he saw the world that he once lived in, so controlled, and realized that he was finally free. And even though that he was part of this world still, even though he had to go to his same old job and do the same old stuff, he came with a new mind, a new clarity, a new vibration. And with this clarity, mind, and vibration, he was able to free himself from the bounds of this reality, from the bounds of this false, projected reality. And he was finally free. But he never would have been free if he didn't take the time to realize that he wasn't in the first place. You see, this man was being controlled by outside influences. And by the very act of his subconscious mind was recreating a reality that he did not create. He created it with his vibration. But that reality was inserted into him by someone else. And so the longer he remained in this trap of reality, the harder it was to break free from. But after a while, he finally did. And now you must come to a choice, just like this man did, to go in, to become a hermit, to find out who you truly are, and to give the world what you truly are, and break this cookie cutter madness. Because we are all unique, we are all different, and we all have special gifts and abilities that we can use to better this world. But it'll only happen once you find yourself.